everybody. Let's see what we got here. All right, let's just do this. I gotta add a few people on here. Let's get some people in this place. How's everybody doing out there? Huh? Let's just see. All right, I think we got her. I think that's about it. Well, good morning. How y'all doing? I'm gonna start working on this bowl that I had glued up a few days ago. This is gonna be the bottom. And this is gonna be obviously the part where you scoop out. So my allergies are bothering me today, or I have too much dust in my nose. I don't know which one or the other. So looks like somebody's on board with me. Who is that? Lacey, my daughter, I hope. I didn't tell you I was going on live. I thought I was going to do it later on, but I decided to go ahead and get it going. So, anyways, there's a little prize on the inside. I hope it works out like I think it's going to. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but we'll find out. But see if you can guess what's inside here. And it's not Jimmy Hoffa. But anyhow, see somebody else join me. Hey there. Oh, I see you. For the King. Yeah, I know you all. I think Ohio. Did I get this right? I try to remember these things. I don't write them down. But anyways, and it's beautiful. Another beautiful day here in Phoenix, Arizona. It's a little chilly, but not bad. It's sunny out. I know Texas and Louisiana and various places are getting hit pretty hard with snow. My son that lives in the Dallas area, he didn't have any electricity from 6 in the morning until later on in the afternoon. And when I talked to him, he still hadn't had any power. And my girls that live in Texas and Louisiana, they got a lot of snow, but they're doing well. Everybody's, I check in with all of them, make sure everybody's good. So I hope all of you are well also. But in Arizona, we're doing good. So anyways, let me get started on this thing. Where I got quite a few people. I'm not trying to ignore anybody, but once I get going, I won't be able to see what's going on here. So if I miss anybody, I say hey to everybody, and glad that you can be here. And my daughter's first time that she gets to see me. But I want to show my daughter that's online here, Lacey. I made her something the other day. When I went live, maybe some of you saw it. Hang on, I'll be right back. I made her a rolling pin. You can see that. It's all walnut, and the things I made her will match this. I made her a few other items, and she wants it she wants me to make her a bracket to hold it up like this on the wall, rather than display it on the back of a counter, because she don't have a lot of counter space. So it'll work out a lot better for me to make something for her. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with that, but I'll figure out something to make a nice little piece to hold it up vertically so she can display it on the wall. Pretty cool. So we're going to get started here. If you notice, Lacey, everything's backwards in these things, so I don't know if you're still there or not. Are you there? Are you still there? Yeah, you're still there. Anyways, everything's reversed, so you know what my shop looks like. So this is, I'm right-handed, but in there it looks like I'm left. I'm not. Alright, we got that down. It'll help keep a lot of this stuff in one place, all the chips and all that stuff. Anyway, I don't know what shapes it's going to take. I just start spinning and start carving and see where it goes. So looks like we got 3 people on board here. So glad to have you. Hope you're staying warm, safe, whatnot. If you get a little bad weather, I'd stay home. Don't go out there on that ice. Bad news, especially what happened in Texas a few days ago. Not a good thing. Can you all hear me okay? Lacey, can you hear me? Say something. I hope I got this thing turned up. Oh, yeah, I think we got it. Let's get started on this thing. I'm just going to use a 1-inch gouge. Start rounding this thing off. This is a poplar and walnut. Some pretty good wood. I used oak on the last bowl I made. Boy, that's some stuff. That stuff is really hard to climb in. So I like this. This is going to be good. All right, so hang loose. Wow, looking pretty good. Looking pretty snazziola. I don't know if you can see it much, but it's smoothing out pretty good. It's gonna be all right. I'm gonna round this off a little bit. This is going to be a 2-part little bit or live videos. I'm going to do this part today, and then tomorrow I'm going to carve it out. I don't want to spend too much of your guys' time watching me make a bowl, so we'll just kind of split it up. So I'll work on it, the outside and the bottom. Then tomorrow we're gonna dig it out, you know, scoop it out. So it's looking pretty good. I'm kind of liking it. I might put a little bit more shape into it, but we'll see. I'm going to round this off a little bit more, keep going with that. Let's see who all we got here. See if you got anybody new. Okay, we still got a couple of people. We got 3, it looks like. Anyways, hang in there with me. It's kind of boring just to watch me. Nolan says, hi, Grandpa. Hi, Nolan. Hey, buddy. How you doing? You being good? I know you are, because you're a good boy. So, all right, you take care of your mommy and help her out today, okay? All right, well, you people living in colder states, I hope you're, like I said, you're staying warm. Wish I could send some of our little sunshine to you, but you know how that goes. So let's just go, keep going with this thing. I have to carve some of this out. Got some spaces in here I need to kind of go past that, I believe, so we'll give it a try. See what we got here. Well, how you doing, Alvia? Alvia, okay. I'm sorry, I don't mean to get, I can't hardly see it, Alvia. I know, there's a smiley face girl. She's always smiling when she plays when she makes little videos. So I'll say hi to her. Good morning to you too. Yeah, and my daughter's here. And let's see, there's one other person, it looks like it says 3. So hope I'm not missing anybody. Hard to see with my old wicked eyes. David, how you doing, David? It's like you joined me, so I can't talk too much. You guys can talk amongst each other. You can, everybody can see everybody's comments. So if you just talk to one another, you can, you know, get to know one another. I don't know where y'all from. I know my daughter's online. Lacey, say hi to Lacey, everybody. And she just joined yesterday, I think it was, TikTok. So she's now on board with everybody, and looks like my grandson is watching, Nolan. Where's Evan at? He's still sleeping? He might be. So I'm going to carve this out more. I got a couple little voids here that I need to kind of probably go past where it didn't maybe get glued real well. I could probably dig into it and get past that. So, but there's a little prize inside. I hope it works out like I think it is. We'll know that tomorrow, because today I'm just going to do the outside of the bottom so I don't stay on here too long, because last videos I was on like 2 hours. Well, I'm sure people get bored watching me do this, so we'll try to divide it up. So if you can all join me tomorrow too. Evan is eating, of course, I would know that, eating cereal at the table. Hi, Evan. How you doing, buddy? Hi, Nolan. Oh, I have so much fun with the little guys. Yeah. If you look on some of my videos, I think, let me see if they're on here or not. Maybe it's on YouTube. But anyway, I have a lot of videos on YouTube and whatnot, but I'll just have to check and see which ones I put on here. I can't remember. Yeah, I get them little guys, 4 years old. I have them come on the lathe with me. Of course, I help them along and make it safe. So how many 4 years old and 6-year-old kids can say they worked on a lathe? And my grandson, their brother, Colin, his birthday is today. He's 7 years old. It's hard to believe. 7 years ago he was born. Seemed like yesterday. Good grief. Makes me older. So well, let's get climbing into this thing. I'm going to dig it out a little bit more here and here. That's getting better. That's getting better. I'm kind of liking the way this shape is. Like I said, I never know what I'm going to do until I get into it, and I just let it take its own shape. I kind of like the way it goes down, then kind of flat. So I might just kind of fly with that. So we'll just see. Got a little, I kind of dug into there, but it's okay. I can sand that out. But let's get going. Looking pretty good. I kind of like that. I kind of like it real simple. I think I might round that off a little bit later when I do the inside. But right now, I think it's going pretty well. Pretty good. Let's just see what we got here. But it's awesome. I like to glue things together because you never know how it's going to really turn out till you carve it out. So, but we'll just see. We'll just see what that looks like. So, who's all here? Let me take a look. See. Oh, that fan blows everything everywhere. Boy. Imagine my glasses being dirty. Can't imagine that. All right, who's all here? Brenda. You crazy woman. You gotta get a hold of Brenda. She is funny. She's got some great content, just silly stuff, and she makes me laugh every time I see one of her videos. So say hi to Brenda. My daughter Lacey's on board, Brenda. Who else is here? Did I miss somebody? I'll have to scroll down a little bit to see what we got here. Who's here? Lacey and Brenda. Via. Am I pronouncing your name right? Because it's kind of hard to see with the letters. It almost look translucent. Okay, so Brenda, hi. How are you? And West Coast. Looks like West Coast. Something for life. Yeah. Okay. Hi, West Coast. Glad to have you aboard. I don't think I've ever had you here before, but yeah, check out Brenda Deer 129. Check her out. She's funny. Trying to stay warm. I don't know where you live. I don't know if you want to give that kind of information out, but that's fine. I understand. But you can maybe you have to give the town, maybe state would be kind of. But I'm in Arizona. You all probably know that by now because I go by the Desert Rat. So that's what I call myself. It's just one of those things. So, anyway, I got a pretty good little shape on it, I think. I kind of like that simple. It kind of bevels up a little bit. I don't know if you can see it well. You know, Lacey, I don't know if you can know this. If you don't want to, all those comments, you can swipe it with your finger over and get rid of it so you can see actually the ball. Then you can swipe it back so you can see the comments. You're in Texas. I have two kids that live in Texas, one close to Dallas and then East Texas as well. So I lived in East Texas for 17 years. So I'm quite familiar with the weather in East Texas. West Texas is like Arizona. But either way, you guys are getting hit pretty hard. Like I said, stay warm. But it's 9 degrees. Oh my gosh. Have mercy on you. Hope you stay there. Like you said, stay warm, girl. Stay inside. Don't drive out in that mess, huh? Yeah, it's crazy. And I have one daughter that lives in the Bossier area, which my twin daughters live about a little bit over an hour from each other. So one in East Texas, one in Bossier. So and Bossier, Louisiana. So but yeah, it's a scorching day, but you put humor in everything. I like that. It's funny. But I'm not going to be on long today. Tomorrow I'll probably take a little bit longer to carve this thing out. But eventually I'm going to flip this thing around. And I've already got this board out so I can put my chuck inside in there. And then it expands and holds it onto the bowl. And then you thread it onto this side. And this way I can carve this side out. That's how that works. So that's why I've already done that. I did that way before I started making the video, just so I didn't have to waste my time doing that. So, but this is going to be cool. There's, like I said, there's a little surprise inside if it comes out the way I think it should. And we'll see. It could be a good thing or it could be a total disaster. But, that's just it. You learn from things as you go. I'm new at this. You know, I love woodworking, but I'm new on the lathe. Haven't been doing that but last few months. And you know, I've had my successes and failures, but you learn from every one, and which is a good thing. You got to pay for your education one way or the other. So, and if a failure is something that happens, well, just consider it education. You know, but it's fun. I think I'm just gonna probably do a little sanding on here, and I think I like this shape. It's simple. I didn't know what I was going to do until I got into it, but it's gonna, like I said, it kind of takes its own form. I might just go ahead and maybe round this off a little bit more before I sand. But what do you think? It's kind of hard. Can you see much very well? Like I said, you know, most people know that they can get rid of those comments for a few minutes so you can see this, and then swipe it back so you can see what everybody's saying. I guess Lacey's here. Somebody else is here. Brenda and Lacey and who else? Okay, West. All right, I gotta get better, stronger glasses. West Coast OG for life. Okay. All right. Well, you're new to, like I said, you're new to me. But how you doing? I don't have a first name, but if you don't want to give that information out, that's fine. I understand. West Coast meaning you must be in California, somewhere. So let me round this off a little bit more, and then I want to do some sanding, and then we won't keep you on here too long. And tomorrow, like I said, I don't know what time. I never know when I'm going to do this. I'm just going to flip it around, and we're going to start digging this thing out. Hopefully, you always take the risk of it flying off this thing because it'll be held on by that. They call it a chuck, and sometimes they do fly off this thing. I've had it happen to me before. And I was able to salvage it because I flew off. It dinged off a big old chunk out of it, and I put it back on and spun it and got that mess out. So it worked out. Back, Lacey. It was Steve's bowl that I made him. So he don't know that, but it was a mess, and then I fixed it, so it's all good. All right, let me get my stuff on here and get rocking and rolling. Round this off, then I'm gonna do some sanding, and then we'll see what else we're going to do. Okay, I think I got that rounded off like I like it. Anybody working today? Brandon, are you working? Let's see. AC said something. I think his handle stands for West Coast. OG stands for original. Oh, okay, I got it. Thank you, Lazy. I did not know that. Yes, working from home. Well, a lot of people are nowadays with all this stuff with the virus. And I work from home because I don't work. I notice they make that, sometimes my face goes, boop, like it jumps out. I think it's, maybe I'm too close to it, or I don't know how that works. It looks kind of funny when it goes, whoa. Can you see that when it happened when you guys are watching me? Anyways, it goes, whoa. So you're a Texas girl. My mother was born in Rockdale, Texas. I don't know if you know where that is. I've been there. I'm the only one out of 6 kids that been to my mother's hometown. Stopped in there on the way to, where was I going? Austin. Is that right? And was it Highway 79? I'm trying to remember. It's been a long time. And okay, you don't see anything happen? Yeah, it's kind of weird. It looks like my face goes, whoa. Anyways, another story. But anyways, Rockdale, Texas, cute little town. Stopped in there, get something to eat, and you walk in a restaurant, and of course, everybody's looking at you because they know you're from out of town. You know how that is in small towns in Texas, or anywhere for that matter. And they said, come on in. They had me sit down with them and eat. It was just so wonderful and friendly. It was just crazy, you know. And you don't have that so much in the city sometimes, depending on where you go. But and I like that in some places in Texas when I lived there. You go into a little restaurant and the customers would get up and pour everybody's coffee for them. I mean, it was just so cool. Oh, you were born in Southern California. My sister lives in Chula Vista, and I got some nephews that live in the San Diego area, and El Cajon is one of my nephews live there. El Cajon. I call it El Cabong, but anyways, yeah. So I love California. It's really nice. It's kind of, some things are not getting, it's getting kind of bad in some areas, but it's part of it. Definitely more friendly here. Yeah, it is in Texas, definitely. But yeah. Yeah, I like Texas. I lived in East Texas, like I said, 17 years, and one thing I didn't like about it was the humidity and all the bugs. But when I moved back to Arizona, it was so nice not to have all those bugs everywhere. Oh my God, you have to fight them off to get through your front door. Locusts and all them. So I don't miss that. I don't miss the humidity, but a lot of good people though. I made some great friends, and so yeah, that's just Texas. Brenda, do you live in a small town or a big town? Born and raised in Southern California, moved here. Oh, we moved here after high school. Good. Yeah. Yeah, I like it there, but I've been back since 2007. Oh, my daughter added a photo in Facebook. Okay, get that later. But yeah, it's crazy. A lot of snow, man. I think you're supposed to get hit again today. Amarillo. Oh yeah, go through there all the time when I drive to see my kids. Yeah, there was a song by that. Who sang that song? Was that can't remember. Who sang that song? Amarillo, Texas. It's not computing in my little brain here today. Oh shoot, Amarillo in the morning. Who sang that song? Oh well, maybe you can remember. I can't remember anything anymore. Let me get some sandpaper going. Then I'm going to turn the wet vac on so I can suck up the sawdust as I sand on here. I know you all can't probably see me because I'm camouflaged today. Bad joke. Yeah, you don't really have to use a lot of tools. I mainly used a 1-inch gouge and then a 1/2 inch gouge. I think it's 1/2 inch. And then this little scooper thing. I don't know if you can see it. I bought this the other day. Nice little tool. I'm adding to my tools as I go. This is what you do with anything. You just keep adding. See what else you said. Anything else you said? What do you see? My door. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely. Oh, that was George Strait. Yes, I do remember that. Yeah. He's kind of retired now. I don't hear much about him anymore. Uh, yeah, he's been a really positive influence for the country and Western industry, I'm sure. A lot of people like him. I got a good friend from Italy. He loves George Strait of all things. And he loves Larry the Cable Guy. He's back in Italy now, but he lived out here for a long time. We worked together in Longview, Texas. His name is Piero. And we worked together in East Texas. When I moved out here, I said, well, Piero, if you ever moved out to Arizona, you come live with me until you get on your feet. And he did. He was out here for quite a while. Then we worked together out here, and then he became a maintenance supervisor at another property we worked for. So anyways, I was maintenance supervisor for one property, and he was another one. So then he finally moved back. I said, what the heck are you doing out here? You don't have no family. You gotta move back home. You got your brothers, your mom, your dad already passed. And I said, what are you doing out here? You don't have a family out here. You don't have a wife. You gotta go back home, But he likes America for a lot of reasons that no other country has, and they're trying to take that away from us, unfortunately. Don't let it happen. All right, I'm going to turn the wet back on, and then I'm going to do some sanding. We're not going to do much more today other than do a little sanding and whatnot, so we'll see what we do. I'm not sure if I'll stain it yet today. I might not even stain it. I might just put a polyurethane on. We'll see how it looks. Starting off with 100 grit. That's what I usually start off with, and because I pretty much get it pretty smooth with just my tools. I don't leave it too rough. I try to get it as smooth as I can, so I have very little sanding to do. So that's what I try to do. Even when you do drywall work, you try to use your knife and get it smooth out, so you have to do any sanding at all, typically. A lot of times I don't have to when I'm doing mud work, but okay, I was wondering where you, okay. Are the boys watching me? I know there's a time delay on these things because they try to monitor what you're saying, which is good. I'm not going to say anything bad on here. I'm not going to use cuss words or talk vulgar. It's just not going to happen at all. But ain't going to happen. A lot of bad stuff on TikTok. Yet they'll ban for someone for having a BB gun, like my son, and he was just doing a little silly thing, and with a BB gun, it didn't even make it at all. They never let it happen. But you got them young girls, half naked on here. So off and on. Well, tell them to watch Grandpa. Yeah, there's some bad content on here, but it's like that everywhere. Just gotta make sure your kids aren't around it if you're watching TikTok, that's for sure. Alright, let's do a little more sanding. I'm gonna start with 100 grit. They call it grit, that's just how they, this is 100. Yep, 100. Then I'm gonna go down to probably 150, which the bigger the number, the finer the sandpaper. Don't make no sense, does it? Hey Brenda, what's the main industry there in Amarillo? When you drive through it, you usually stay at a motel or get gas, and I don't really, there's a lot of farming there, I think, if I'm not mistaken. You can give me an answer for that if you're still watching me. So going from California to Texas, I'm sure that was a culture shock. You have to go buy cowboy boots and a hat, you know, a cowboy cowgirl hat in your case. Anyway, hey Dash. Oh, Cheyenne, how you doing? She 70, a 72-ounce steak, Palo Duro Canyon. Oh, okay, very good. No boots. Oh, come on now, you look good in boots. I think girls look good in cowboy boots, but sometimes they're not very comfortable to wear. Oh, that's so cute. Somebody said hi, Ed. Hi, Ed. Oh, hey, hi, Ed. Excuse me. I thought you said hi, Dad. I don't know. You can call me Dad. I don't care. But anyways, excuse me. Not a boot girl, huh? Okay, fine. That's fine. James, 1996. Joy, how you doing, James? Guess you were born in 96, perhaps? I'm assuming. The 72 ounce steak, Palo Duro Canyon. Okay. Sounds good. Be honest with you, I like hamburgers, but I like steak too, but I'm a hamburger guy. And the more stuff you put on it, the better for me. Green chilies, you name it. Got to be on there. But I'm just sanding this thing. I'll kind of recap. Some of you join me that don't know what's going on. I'm making a bowl. I've already carved the outside, the bottom. This is going to be the inside. I'm going to flip it around. Tomorrow, sometime, I'll be on here and carving this thing out. We're going to scoop it out. There's a little prize inside. If it turns out the way I think it's going to. I hope it does. But anyhow, just sanding. This is a walnut and poplar. Poplar, obviously, is a light color. You can see I have it laminated together. And this is two pieces. There's actually 1, 2, 3 of the walnut. Then we got some dark walnut, which is laminated together. This is all laminated in different ways. I had to go through quite a process to glue this thing together to get the little prize and the little surprise inside to work like I think it's going to work. I hope it's going to work. Time will tell. And then after tomorrow, I will do a 1 minute video of the finished product so you can see it up close, you know, which is what I usually do. I do the live stuff, and then a lot of people miss them. So I do a final showing of the final product, and I do it up close so you'll see it. Excuse me. Gets a little dusty in here. My guess is there's different colors of wood inside. Well, I'm pretty sure you can figure that out by looking at that. Pretty easy to tell. No, it's not color so much as something in there. So, but Sophie Grace, how you doing? Glad to have you on board. Welcome. You know, what's interesting is the people that do this sometimes, they get to know each other, and then they start following one another. So it's like a little family within the community of whomever you follow, and they can talk amongst each other, because when I'm working, I can't really see what you guys are doing. So it gets kind of boring just watching me, because I know I ain't pretty. I think I am. But anyways, so yeah, it's fun. I'm glad you come along. So Sophie, say hi to Sophie Grace. 12, is it? Are you 12 years old? I don't know. I don't mind young people on my follow me, because I don't have anything bad on my content at all. I don't cross any thresholds of being, I don't cuss on here or nothing. It's just various things, whatnot. So anyway, so they're safe on my watch my videos and stuff like that, my live, you know. I don't know if you can hear me very well, but glad to have you. I got 4 people on here. Boy, I'm gonna be famous. Unstable connection is what it says I have. So am I in and out with you guys? I don't know. I'm in the garage, so I'm away from my Wi-Fi. I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not, but I hope you didn't lose me. It says I have good connection now, it says. So it's been unstable, I guess. So am I in and out? Anybody can tell me that? Maybe so. But yeah, Lacey, you got to check out my friend Brenda Ear, looks like Brenda Deer, Ear 129. Funny. And she's a Christian girl too. She has a lot of Christian content on here as well, but she'll make you laugh. And that's a good thing to have. Gotta have a sense of humor, otherwise your life would be really boring. All right, let's get some sanding going on here. I'm about ready to go to the 150 grit, which is this. Voila. And I'm going to use some of that. And then I'm going to go down to like an emery. Then I'm going to go down to a 400 and an 800. The bigger the number, the finer the sandpaper. Don't make no sense. But that's how they do it. So here we go. I'm going to turn my wet vac on again. And then we're going to make it baby butt smooth. That's what I tell my grandkids. Okay, you do for me, okay. But I tell my grandson when you sand it, you got to make it baby butt smooth before you stain it or put any kind of a finish on it. So they know that term, baby butt smooth. That's what we got to do it. And they work on the lathe with Grandpa. Yeah, they'll be out here. We get busy. We make stuff. You know, they love it out here. My one little Nolan goes, no, Grandpa, I like your garage. I like your tools. I do too. We're going to turn the wet vac on. It'll be a little noisy. Ho, ho, ho. I don't know if y'all can see it much. Like I said, I'll do a close-up video. Actually, oh no, I gotta get that little mark out of there. But it's on the bottom, so it's not that big of a deal. Like I said, I'm not a professional. I'm just a hacker. But who's all here still? Yeah, Brenda, Lacey. Yeah, Lacey's still here. Okay. Oh, Lacey's sharing the live video with somebody. It's okay. Nagatron 3000. Boy, some of these names. Funny. You were here the other day. I'm making a bowl there, Negatron 3000. Did I get that right? Negatron 3000. Yeah, I'm making a bowl. I'm only going to do part of it today, and then tomorrow I'll get on here and do a live to do the inside, which is what I'm going to scoop out. There's a little surprise inside. If it works out like I think it will. This is my attempt to do something different that I have not done yet. So about everything I do is new to me because I'm not, haven't been doing this very long. So, but I'm having fun with it. And all my grandkids have been over here. The ones that live in town, have been here and making things on the lathe with me, showing them how to do it because they don't teach this stuff in school anymore, unfortunately. It's a sad thing. I guess they're afraid to get sued if Johnny gets a little splinter or something nowadays. Who knows? But that's how I feel about it. But we had this stuff when I was a kid, and my dad was a carpenter, like I told a lot of you. And I was around carpentry all my life, you know, when my neighbors were all carpenters. And I think it's in the blood. I've always enjoyed building stuff and making things because it came easy to me and I enjoyed it. So I love it. And I have many other things I make besides doing things on the lathe, you know. So, but, yep, it's going to be a mold. I pretty much got the shape I want. It's simple. You can see it's well laminated together, many different little pieces here. That's going to show more on the inside than it does out here, but I like that. I like it. I like imperfections. Like you get a little knot in here. This is poplar and walnut, and I've got to sand it a little bit more. And it's almost baby but smooth is the way I want it. Like I tell my grandkids, got to be baby but smooth. And I don't know if you want to say your first name, whoever you are, in Negatron 3000. Where did you get a name like that? I know that's not your real name. But looking good. So far, so good. I'm thinking I might put a little groove in here just to give it a little shape. Thinking about that. Might do that. We'll see. But maybe make a little bit of a design. If I put a carbon in, I can burn in a little indentation here all the way around. Yeah, that might look cool. We'll see. A bowl, yeah. Making it. What you making today? Yeah, I'm making a bowl. Made a rolling pin the other day for my daughter Lacey that's on here. I'll go get it. I don't know if you. I think you saw it. I think you were online when I was doing that. And like I said, I do a follow-up, 1 minute follow-up on all my lives. So you guys, if you missed it, you can at least see what I made, and I show an up-close video of it. So I'm gonna go get it in case you didn't see the whole thing, or maybe you saw my video that I did the 1 minute or video on it. So hang on. I think you were here the other day, but here it is. Voila. Walnut. And she wants me to make it where a bracket to hang it on a wall for display or clobber somebody with it, whichever. I like it. It's beautiful. I love that wood. It's just, and she likes dark wood, so everything I make her, I want it to all match together so it'll look nice in her kitchen or wherever she displays it. So obviously this will go in the kitchen. But that's why I made the little, this right here, rather than round it off. So it could be put on a hook of some kind. I'll make it for out of walnut, obviously. and so she can hang it up. But I haven't come up with a design for that, but she wants something simple. But yeah, thank you. That's beautiful. Ooh. Oh, Matthew. How you doing, Matthew? I don't think I've seen you on here before. If you, I got 5 people. Gee, I'm famous. Uh, anyway, yeah. Right now, I'm just making a bowl. I've got the outside already sanded up. I'm gonna go a little bit more finer. I'm gonna go with a 400 than an 800 grit and make this thing as smooth as glass. So, and then tomorrow I'll be on live, and I'm gonna dig out this inside, and hopefully we can see the little surprise inside that I haven't told anybody what it is yet. Yeah. I hope it works like I think it is, the way I glued it together. It was quite a process to get this thing glued together to come out what I think it, I think it will. So thank you. That's beautiful. Yeah. Voila. It's 20 inches long. It's a inch and 3/4 here, and then it's a 1 inch on the handles. And so you basically, I always try to make them about, if you were to stand there with your width, it should be, you know, tiny like this, or too big like that. I think a good comfortable length is right here. And I'm not a real big guy, other than here. But anyways, I think this will work out real well for my daughter, if she just chooses to use it. If not, very nice little display piece for your kitchen. So, and it's something you can pass on down to your daughter, which she does have. That's Dakota, my Dakota. And so, voila. Let me put this away. I'm going to start doing a little more sanding, and I got 2 more grits to use on here before I get the desired smoothness on this thing. But we got a nice little shine on it already. I know you can't see it very well right now, but it's pretty sharp. There again, poplar and walnut is what I'm using. And poplar, it was even mentioned, I believe, in Genesis back in that. So that's, poplar obviously has been around a long time, but it was even mentioned, that word poplar wood was mentioned in the Bible. And also the Mona Lisa is painted on poplar wood. Did you all know that? But, yeah, let's go do a little more sanding. It's getting smooth. I think I got a little gouge here, but once I stain it, it might just not show up so bad. I don't know. The thing about when you're sanding, you got grain going this way, then you're sanding this way, and it leaves sometimes little marks on it, but it's the nature of the beast. Sometimes you just can't help that. Yeah, they actually have an Italian style rolling pins. I believe it goes like this, and it tapers off like a big old cigar, like you would have a cigar that would be kind of beveled at the ends, and kind of different. I looked them up on YouTube and watched these guys make them before I started making rolling pins, just to get an idea of what I wanted to do. Yeah, they make different styles. So yeah, rolling pins been around forever. Yeah, I know you got a bunch of them. I see from your grandmother, I believe. Was it hers? Was it your great grandma? You got hers. It's real long. Yeah. Well, this one's 20 inches long, so I don't know how long the one you got is. But who just Southern Southern Mama? I'm gonna go with that. The part in the middle I can't hardly see. Some of these when they pop up, it's kind of translucent. You can almost not be able to see it all. But anyways, Southern Mama, that's what I'll call you. How you doing? I don't think I've seen you on here before. If I have, sorry, we've only got 3 people now. People are leaving me. I know they got to go to work or they're busy doing something. They got kids, family, whatever. So I get it, but Brenda's hanging in there with me. Thank you, Brenda. Are you still here with me? Says you are. Maybe you're busy working and watching this old guy here. But I know, Brenda, I think you said you had a daughter once, if I'm not mistaken, during your birthday. If I remember, you went to have supper with your daughter. I have a pretty good memory of some things. Mostly listening. Okay. Well, I don't do a lot of talking on here unless I have to stop to do that. Just try to communicate with y'all. I don't want to leave anybody out, make them feel like they're not important. Kids to break through. Kids to break them. So okay, I know. Yeah, I used to have it on the wall, but those. My daughter's got three rowdy little guys, and but they're fun, and she has an older daughter as well. But yeah, they live in town. I got three grandsons that my daughter has here in town, and my oldest granddaughter. You have two daughters, one son. Awesome. I got two sons and three daughters. I got a bunch of kids and a whole mess of grandkids. A lot of them don't live here in town, unfortunately, but so the way it is, One stepdaughter, also, and one stepson. Awesome. Well, you got a busy birthday and Christmas, I'm sure, like me. I just write out a lot of checks because they go to out of state. A lot of them, All my oldest son lives in New York. He lives in Schenectady. I hadn't even heard of that town, nor could I hardly even pronounce it when I first heard of it. Schenectady. What the heck is that? So, but I had to drive there once from all the way from Arizona there with a U-Haul to take his stuff to him that he had stored with a friend in Cottonwood, Arizona, and then drive all the way to New York. I think it took me like 5 days by myself. Quite an adventure. Thank God for GPSs. I'd still be driving looking for him. you know, but it got me right there to his doorstep, and he's got like a 98-year-old three-level house. It's old, awesome. You know, imagine if you could tell stories, it'd be quite interesting. And then I have a daughter that lives in Bossier, a daughter lives in East Texas, a son that lives in the Dallas area somewhere. I know where he lives, but I don't tell anybody that. And then my daughter Lacey's here. So, did I miss anybody, Lacey? I think that's all five of you. So, okay. Anyways, so I'm gonna start saying a little bit more. Boy, Brenda, you got a lot of kiddos too. Golly. You got how many grandkids you got, Brenda? Got a bunch. I would imagine. That many kiddos, you're gotta have some grandkids by now. I'm gonna have to tell my kids quit having babies, man. Christmases and birthdays are getting quite expensive. And it's only money, right? Ah. All right, I'm gonna start with the 400. Get my eyes on. I think Brenda gave me an answer to the grandkids total. Only one so far. She'll be 3 in March. Well, I tell you what, she'd have me wrapped around her little finger. I know that because I'm a wimp grandkids. That's you can ask my daughter. Just especially them little girls. Oh my gosh, ain't nothing. They're so sweet and you're so innocent and you can have fun with them and joke around and be silly and and then when you hang around adults, they're boring because all they talk about is where they worked or all their ailments. But with kids, you can have so much more fun. You can mess with them, tease with them, and but my oldest granddaughter, I could never pull anything over on. She was just too smart for me. And my granddaughter in New York, she's so smart. I'll fill her full of nonsense, and she's got me figured out. Yeah, so, they're just getting too smart these days. But they sure are fun. Wish they were all in the same town, but that's just the way it is, Life goes on. But I'm sure that little lady's got you wrapped around her little finger too. I bet. I know. I know it's like. It's a lot of fun. They're a joy, and I don't know. I think grandkids just want to be around their grandparents. I don't know. It's just you don't have to be the major heavy. The parents have to do that. That's their training ground at their home. But when you get them, you get to have, you can kind of spoil them up a little bit and send them back, which is kind of a fun thing to do. But anyways, I'm glad you got a granddaughter. That's awesome. I'm going to do a little more sanding. I got a 400 grit next, and then we're going to do the 800. Everything's backwards, I know. Here it is, 400. It's pretty fine, and then I'm going to go down to an 800. Used to watch her every week, but she now lives with her mom in Oklahoma. I've got kin in Oklahoma too. Don't know any of them, but I know I do. I have to get going. Okay, you got a meeting. Okay, awesome, Brenda. Thank you for dropping in, and I'll see some more of your stuff. But you guys chime in with Brenda. Ask her to be your friend and watch her content. She's just funny. She's such a real pretty girl. Then she makes as funniest facial expressions. It's like crazy. It makes me laugh. Anyway, so awesome, Brenda. Have a wonderful day. Stay warm, girl. Be safe. Okay. And Southern Bunkin Mama. Okay. Okay. Very good. Looks like I got two people. My daughter's one of them, and so awesome. So I'm gonna get going. I'm just gonna do some sanding. We're almost done. I want to close this thing down here a little bit, but I'm just gonna finish up sanding. Then that's all I'm gonna do today. And then tomorrow we're gonna flip this thing around and start scooping it out. Okay? So hang in there. I'm gonna turn the wetback on. Okay, I have two people. Lacey's still with me, I believe. Lacey, you still there? Say hello. Tell the boys I almost got it baby butt smooth. They know what that means. Ask them. Ask them if they know what baby butt smooth is. They'll tell you. Looking pretty good. I like the little knots in there, a little imperfection. I like stuff like that. You just never know what you're going to have. I kind of like the simple shape to it. I like that. It's okay. We're going to go down to an 800. 800, the bigger the number, the finer the sandpaper. All the way down. You could even go finer than this, but I don't think there's any reason to. Because to the touch, it feels like glass. They just giggle. Nolan just giggled when he said, yeah. He knows what that means. I tell Colin and Evan and Nolan when they help Grandpa on a lathe or they make something that has to be baby butt smooth. And they like it when I say that. I think they just think it's funny when I say baby butt. So they get to say the word butt, so I guess it's funny to them. Yeah, baby butt smooth. Nice and smooth. That's what that means. So, but Nolan giggled. Okay, yeah, I already read that. Okay, yep, I'm here. Okay, you're here. Oh, we got a new person, I think, or did have. Maybe he just popped in, popped out. Cryptobat. He's not. They are not here. They just popped in, popped out. So, Lacey, you're the only one with me, girl. Next time you ought to just come over here and sit in my geezer chair. You can watch me right close. But you have to be at home with the boys. So yeah, I'm doing the 800 to find one. You can see it. How does it look? Okay? Can you see it? It's kind of hard, but like I said, I always do that 1 minute video where I put it up close where everybody can see the entirety. You know, after I finish it completely and put lots of coats of poly on it, make it nice and shiny. But anyways. So make sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and go because I'm gonna cut it down. Lana's got to leave here in a couple of minutes, take her mom to the doctor, and I've got some things I got to get done too. So we're gonna be busy today as always. When you got almost a 90-year-old mother, she has to go to the doctor a lot. So I think she's got an appointment tomorrow too. So we're always busy. You retire. You're busy. You really are. A lot of people don't realize how busy you can be, and you got things to do. And then you have to go more doctor's appointments yourself when you get old for this or that, So it's just nature of the beast, as they say. All right, let me get going. I think I got it baby but smooth. I got a little mark in here, but it's not bad. I think I'm going to go ahead and put some stain on this. I wasn't going to do that today, but I think I'll do that because I want to have that so it dries before I carve it out tomorrow, or this will be dry. I won't get no dust on some finish that I'm going to put on here. I didn't know exactly what I was going to do, if I was just going to leave it natural and just put some poly on it. But I think I want to put a little stain on it. It brings out that grain so pretty. So hang in there, Lacey. I'm going to put a little stain on it while you're watching me. You're still there, I guess. He says you are. Your face is still up there in the corner. I only have one person watching me, and that's my daughter. Oh, anyway, as always, I love golden pecan. It's just a light stain, and I'm shaking it up because I want to mix it up a little bit. But there it is. Voila. Anyway, I put that on there. It's real light, brings out just enough grain in there. We don't make it too dark. Too dark sometimes, depending on the wood, just don't look very nice. Just, there again, it always depends. So let's, I'm going to back this thing up here. Back out this tail piece. Hang in there with me. I guess you don't have much choice, do you? Anyways, I had a pretty good showing today. I had quite a few people on here. I'm surprised. I noticed, like Lacey, at midnight, there'll be like 500 some people. Can you believe that? Midnight, our time, and there's like 500 people of my followers. I only have over 1,600, I think. 500 of them are active on TikTok at wee hours of the morning. That's crazy. We're going to stain this up. I'm not going to stain anything here probably because I'm going to dig that out tomorrow. So let's put some stain on it. You gotta get a rubber glove. They say these are large gloves. With my big old hands, really hard to get them in there. I'm going to use a little paper towel. I'm very frugal. I just use a half each time so I don't waste too much. But you're the only one still with me, Lacey. But that's all right. I think I might be one of the only ones doing this online. I don't know. I don't think the Blind Woodsman, he's a blind guy that does this stuff, and he's phenomenal, and he does some crazy good stuff. He's blind, and he just kills it. And I wish he would go on live. I'd like to see him work because he's definitely a pro, and he has his own approach of how he has to do things. He has to carve and feel it at the same time, and so he could feel the shape of it. And he says it's not a good idea to do that. But for him, he has to do that because his hands is his eyes. So he's on there. He's called the Blind Woodsman. You guys got to watch him, Lacey. You know, you'll have TikTok now. You can find him on there. Just type him in where you can do that and pull him up and watch. You know, every once in a while he pops on. He even bakes, and his wife is an artist, and they're just a really sweet couple. I think you'd like them. All right, let's get some stain on this bad boy. Now, this is when it comes to life right here. Lacey, you're the only one that gets to see this besides me. Unless there's somebody, you can watch these things without chiming in. Actually, they can see my live, but they don't have to chime in for the conversation. But so if anybody's watching, we're putting some stain on it, So nice light piece in there. That's pretty. I like that. Where it just kind of adds to it. There's 2 layers of oak. I'm sorry, walnut here and one there, and this is all laminated. But get some over here. Put a little bit right here. Get some of the inside there. Pretty awesome. I think it's beautiful. Have you tried taking your finger and swiping the conversation away, and you can just see me and what I'm doing? This way, the words are not in the way of what I'm working at. Because what I see is the conversation is kind of in the way of my bowl. So I don't know if you know you can swipe that away. It took me a while to figure that out. I didn't know that I accidentally went like this, and the conversation went away. You could just see the person working. Then I put it back so you can see what everybody's saying. So now you know. You'll get used to this TikTok thing. It's just a process of learning. But man, that's pretty. Golly, that's turned out a lot better than I thought. The bottom's gorgeous. It has like a different kind of a grain here. You can't see it, but tomorrow, or when I make that 1-minute video, you'll see a whole entirety of the whole thing, and hopefully the little surprise inside will come out like I want it to. So I hope. If not, I'll learn from it. I'll learn what not to do the next time, or next time and make it better. We turn it on and kind of burn it in. I'm glad I put the stain on it. I love it. I like that simple shape. Just simple. It kind of rounds here straight and bevels out. So I like that. I had no idea what I was going to do. I'm not going to carve in there. I'm going to leave it this way. I like it. But I like just let it take its own shape as I do it. That's the artistic value of it. I think it's like an empty canvas. You just start doing it and see how it goes. You let your eyes see like what you need to do. So everything is different. All right, we got one color. I'll probably let this set up a little bit, put one more on there. Did it work for you, Lacey? You swiped it so you can see the bowl a lot better and having all those conversations in the way. Yeah, you swiped it to the right. I think you have to swipe it to the right. So if you're facing your phone, just go poop. I think it goes away, and then you could swipe it back, and voila, you have the conversation back. So. Well, I'm about ready to close this thing down. Lacey, being you're the only one here, I got a lot of things I got to do today. 9:30, Lana will be leaving here to go get her mom, take her to the doctor. Then she's got to take her to Kelly's to get a haircut. So, anyways, busy. We're busy. We're busy people. Because when you retire, you wonder when you had time to work. You're so busy doing stuff. But me, I have a lot of hobbies, so as you know. But okay, can you see the bowl a lot better now when the conversation's out of the way? I know you can. But, see, makes it better. I think a lot of people may not know you can do that, so they're trying to figure out what you're doing. They can't see for all the letter, because when you first pop it up, everybody's conversation is there until you get rid of it, But that's okay. Okay, well, I think I want to close this thing down and clean up my mess a little bit. Let this dry. I'll probably, off camera, obviously, I might put another coat on there after this kind of sucks in. But that's pretty. It's going to be really, once I get some polyurethane on there, man, it's going to look like glass. And I'm excited to see what the inside is going to come out like. I just hope it comes out like I think. But I think next time I might do something a little bit different. I pondered on it a little bit, but this will be the telltale sign after I see what it looks like on the inside tomorrow. So, anyways, Lacey, my dearest daughter, I love you. Tell the boys I love them. Tell them Grandpa's got it baby butt smooth. Anyways. All right. God bless America. God bless you. God bless everything that you do, and keep God in your life in Jesus' name. And I'm going to wait for a while to cut this thing down. Kyle says wait like 15 seconds because there's a time delay. So I'm going to go goodbye to everybody. Then I'll wait 15 seconds, and I'm going to shut her down. Okay? All right. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, here we go. I'm going to cut her down.